If you do not have faces, you cannot be on this page. 1, 2, 3, 4. You get you give her the Harrison thing,
Not yet.
huh?
No.
Huh?
Oh no, sports guy. Yeah, yeah.
All right, let's do it. You hear me? All right. And just when you thought it would save, it is absolutely, positively not. Good evening and welcome again to Steel, the most controversial television talk show anywhere on the planet. Thank you so very much for being here on tonight. This is a show that people watch in this city, even if you don't like me, which I don't give a damn, uh, to find out what's really going on, that can hear the honest truth about politicians. And I tell politicians, even though you pay to advertise on this show, you do not pay me to make you look good, neither do you pay me to lie on you or lie for you. You buy advertising. That's the business that I'm in, the advertising and marketing business. This is an independent broadcast, which means I ain't got no damn boss. I work for me. I've been working in this thing we call broadcasting for 35 years. I paid my dues to do what I do. Yes, politicians paid me for advertising. Y'all pay white folk. Y'all spend your money with white folk. And damn, then you want to play games with me. Y'all gonna learn though not to play with me. Cause if you ain't feeding me, financing me, or that other effing me, and doing it real good, I don't give a damn about your opinions and what you think of me. This is a business. Now let me start this off in this election season. And I'll be glad when October 3rd is over so I can go back to my sweet, mild mannerable uh, self. Yes. But right now, I gotta be that nigga. I gotta be the one. I gotta be the one to tell you the truth. Cause y'all hearing lies in this political season. You're watching folk playing political games with you, not for the benefit of the community, but watching for their own agendas. These coward ass pastors that we have in this community who at one time said that they were civil rights activists and wanted to stand up for black folk. Now all of a sudden, Jim Strickland is the great white hope. I ain't got nothing against Jim personally. Don't know him personally. But I do know that the city of Memphis is over 72% black. I understand that black folk are the majority, and even when I was in elementary school a whole lifetime ago, they taught us that majority rules. So when you have a man, have you given that to her?
Yes.
When you find someone that is as capable as a Dr. W. Harrington, who for 17 years served as the mayor of this city, the progression that you see in this city downtown started under the administration of Willie Harrington. I've seen that nothing as Negro that we had for a mayor. A.C. Warden wanted to take credit. We see Jim Strickland wanting some credit. But credit goes where credit is taken care of. And that's Dr. Harrington. Have you got that ready yet, T? Put it up there. Now, you got to go and early vote. Now, I got the number up there. Don't just call for one somebody to get a ride. Get all your kin people that's registered to vote. Call the Harrison Express for early voting. In fact, damn, start calling right now. You got a group of old people, you know, like the Missionary Society. Y'all meet on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Well, get on the Harrington Express. That number is area code 901-405-1036. We cannot allow these devils, these demons, these satanic forces that's calling themselves bishops, elders, and apostles. We can't allow these cowardly Judases to destroy the black community. I need you to go and vote. I need you to get out and early vote. I'm looking at the numbers of the individuals. Yeah, I am weird and you gone. Thank you. What I need you to do, I need you to go and vote. Thus far, the most people have voted at Abundant Grace for Friday, Saturday, and yesterday. 715 people. 715. The second, well, no, the highest is going to be White Station, 758. Now, that's going to be majority where the white people go. Okay? That's going to be majority where the white people are going. So, what I need you to do is go to the other locations. Go to Abundant Grace. Go to Bellevue. Go to Dave Wales. Go to Riverside. Go to Raleigh. Go to Mount Zion. Go to Greater Lewis Street and Greater Middle Baptist. Go and vote. Leave that number up there for me, T. Now, let me say something. Y'all ain't got no problems paying white folk. Y'all don't even try to be slick with white folk. Erika Sugarman, who you think you playing with? You running for city council and got no damn money. I even tried to offer you a deal, but you want to play stupid with me. You called in on my show last night pretending on air you didn't know I was on air. If you don't know that the Thaddeus Matthews TV show was on the air during the political season, you too stupid to even be in the race. You called last night and you wanted to talk. I'm slicker, baby, than a can of oil. I was not going to allow you to talk about your race and you ain't paid me no montees. You got to pay me some montees. I got a gentleman in here now. He paid me some montees. If you don't pay no montees, you don't get to be on this show. I ain't got no problem saying that. But you call in trying to be slick. Then I say, well, look, let's do business. I want to do business. Okay. I said, I'll call you when I get off the air. She didn't answer her phone all evening long. You want to be slick. So I called her later on in the day. I don't know who this is calling me, but it ain't, I don't want to talk to you. You ain't talk to me about no montees, ain't nothing for us to talk about. So I called her today, got her on the line, and I said, you ready to do business? No, I ain't ready to do business. I said, okay, why aren't you ready to do business? Well, see, I talked to Angela, and Angela told me not to buy no advertising from you. I said, Angela, who? Give me a pen that's writing there. I said, Angela, who? Angela Boxdale. I said, Angela Boxdale told you not to buy no advertising from me? I said, the way that Angela Boxdale is always up in my face smiling. Yeah, she told me, she my campaign manager, and she told me not to buy nothing from you. I said, oh, okay. So I hung up the phone. And you know what I did, don't you? I called Angela Boxdale. I did. And in fact, let me see. Let me see. Why the phone don't want to? Wait a minute. Hello?
Hello?
Angela,
Yes, sir.
this is Thaddeus,
I know.
and I'm live on the air.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Erika Sugarman told me, and I want you to repeat what you told me.
Okay.
Erika Sugarman told me that you told her not to buy advertising from me. Now, what did you tell me took place?
What I told you earlier took place was, you know, the night we came to the studio and did the Mike, what's his name, the Mike Williams show.
Mm-hmm.
And you saw me that night,
Mm-hmm.
and you approached me out in Erica to do some airtime with you.
Mm-hmm.
And my conversation with you, be quiet, I want to talk to somebody. And my conversation to you at that time, well, right now we don't have no money, and I understand you got to make your money. Is that not what I said to you that night?
That's what you said that night.
Yeah, right. And then the next time that conversation came up with me and Erica, I said the same thing. You got to have some money to deal with that. If you ain't got no money, he ain't going to deal with you. That was the extent of the conversation.
Okay. Now, she called me on the air
You
on
told me that earlier.
last night, trying to be nigger slick on the air. And I stopped her and I told her, you can't talk about your campaign on my show for free. And she said, how much is the advertising? I said, I'm not going to discuss the price with you on the air. But I said, I will help you since you ain't got no monkeys. She told me to call her when I got off the air. She never answered her phone. So when I left the Grand Pacific having me some buffet lunch today, I called her. And her words to me was that I thought about buying the time from you, but Angela Boxdale told me not to buy no advertising from you. So did you tell her today?
No.
Okay. So she lying.
After I talked to you today, lock the door. After I talked to her today, what my conversation was, why would you call that man when he was on the air? And she said she did not know you were on the air.
She a lying ass.
Hold up. She said she did not know you on the air. So what shit you know from 7, oh, I don't mean cuss. I said from 7 to I think it's 9, you know he's on the air. I said, why would you call anyway? That was my question.
And
I think she responded, and hold up, and I think she responded to something, alluded to something about something. I really wasn't paying no attention because I was driving. But my conversation to her today was based on the conversation you and I had earlier today when you quoted a price that if she wanted to get on the show and speak or whatever, you quoted a price to me. I said, let me talk to her and see what she says.
Mm-hmm.
When I called her and said quoted that price, she said, I don't have the money. I said, well, you need to leave it the fuck alone. Excuse me. That's what I said.
Well,
I said, because you got to pay to deal with him. I said, he going to make his money. Now, that's what I said.
well, you tell her that I said that I don't think she needs to be elected.
You
You
breaking up, baby. You breaking up. What you say that again.
tell her that I'm going to make it my business from now until October 3rd to tell this community that she's a liar, she's a, what the hell?
That's the car door.
Oh, yeah, she's a trickster. See, all she had to do was tell me today I ain't got no monies. She didn't have to put, she didn't have, she didn't have to put you in it.
If you ain't got it, you ain't got it. But knowing the kind of man you are, knowing the business that you run, if you gonna deal with you on a business level. If you're not, don't deal with you on bullshit level.
Well, see, the Sugarman name ain't got no power in this city no more. Her daddy dead. I'm saying it. I'm saying it. I'm saying it. It was. I'm go. Hell, I ain't got no problem saying it.
That's not my role.
Okay. No. It,
That was my extent in
yeah.
that whole equation.
But it was gonna be hard.
Response to you.
Yeah, because I told her, I said, every time I see Angela, she's smiling in my face, and she told me yesterday to announce that she was 95 years old and her birthday was yesterday.
Ain't no damn 95 years old. That ain't what I told you.
I thought you said 95.
Damn well ain't say no 95.
But I didn't.
14.
Hell, you might as well be 95 if you're gonna tell that lie you 14. But you
But no, I mean, you and I have a relationship from the standpoint, we never had to have anything negative between us.
No.
But that was the extent of my conversation with her. We see each other in passing, and I think it's always been a mutual situation. We've never had any problems, and I don't like to be misquoted about anything I said from her or anybody else. And that was not what I said. I told you what I said.
Well,
And
you
know that night when we left the studio, as well as when we talked today, that when you called me today and I said, I told her, if you ain't got no money, you need to leave him alone.
yeah, don't play with me.
That's a whole way different from don't do that.
Well, I'm just telling you, and see this. I don't throw rocks and hide my hand. Whatever I can say behind your back, I'm gonna say it to you.
You see my hand going down.
Right.
Right.
But you tell her she done lost this one. She didn't have no money, didn't have no business getting in the race. The Sugarman name will not get her elected in Cordova against that white man with some money. Okay? It's not going to work. And my problem is the fact that you lied. Okay? And then she lied on you. She lied on you.
Oh, I thought you said no, I don't lie.
No. I'm saying she lied on you, and you supposed to be her campaign manager. So if she lying already, we know we don't need her ass in office because she's a liar. And she ought to know that I'm the last somebody in media you need to play with.
One candidate, well, I ain't gonna be that broad, but half the candidates that are in office and that are seeking office are liars.
Well,
I'm not pointing
but here's my no. But wait a minute. Some may be liars, but many of them paid me and paid me well. Okay? I don't know. See, if I know you a trick, then I deal with you like the trick you are. Okay? I'm in the business of making money. But hold, Angela. Yeah, I'm in the business of making advertising dollars. When y'all go to 3, 5, and 13, they don't give a damn. But I tell people, because you bought advertising does not mean that I'm not going to tell the truth on you. You can't pay me not to have my integrity. I've been doing this too long. People rely on what I say. But you tell her, and I'm sure she's watching right now, Erika Sugarman.
I want to hear myself again.
Do what?
I'm getting out of my car.
You want to hear yourself?
I want to hear myself again. I
Okay, well,
but
well,
I mean, you know, we good.
okay.
And I'm like this. We've clarified what was said and what was not said.
Okay.
So as long as that clarity is there, I'm good.
Okay.
And I hope okay.
You and I are fine, but
I know.
but I'm urging folk in this community, don't vote for Erika Sugarman. Thank you, Angela. Thank you. Peace out. I ain't heard that one in a long time. Peace out. But Erika Sugarman, you ought to know I am not the one to play with. Most folk know that. If your broke ass didn't have no money, first of all, you ain't got no business going up against a white man with some money in Cordova, and you ain't got no money. You put you a few little signs out, and then you gonna lie on the lady, because every time I see her, she grinning in my face. So don't cash her in that race. Hell, if you don't want to vote for the white man, don't vote at all, because she full of game. Lying heifer. Woo! Can't stand a lying ass woman. And then you gonna lie on other folks. Look, all you had to say, hey man, I tried you last night. You caught me in my game. I ain't got no money. And I probably laughed it off and respected you as being the trick that you are. Okay? I laughed it off, say, hey, you ain't the only broke ass politician, but don't play me. And I tell any politician out here, don't play with me, and don't play with my Montees. All right, praise the Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Let the church say amen, amen, amen. But y'all run and give white folk your damn money. You kiss the ass of white folk. But a black man who has as massive of an audience as I have on television, on radio, and social media, you stupid. I ought to be the last one. When you know, I don't give a damn. All right, praise Jesus. Hallelujah. Don't y'all vote for Erika Sugarman. All right. I got another politician in the office. That's here. He running. My girl Nicole done walked her fine self up in here tonight. She run for Super District 1. She in here. I want to see her win. They say she the underdog, that Curry woman, and that lying ass, no integrity having J.B. Smiley. Don't vote for his ass. He paid you some money. Well, yes, he did. He bought time, and his advertising is playing on TV, it's playing on radio. But again, my reputation in this business is worth more than the $3,500 that he paid me. Okay? It's worth more than that. That I had to get in more than one payment. It's worth more than that. I'm known for the exposés. I'm known for bringing information to my audience that won't nobody else bring. All I asked JB to do was to be honest. All I asked JB Smiley to do was come on the show. Let me talk to you about an issue. Okay, you lied about your address. You don't live in 901 Mississippi. You live on Kendall. You bought the house on Valentine's Day. Okay, no biggie. It's still in the district. But here's where I have the problem with JB. And I got to say this about the Memphis media. And even though I don't care for Tammy Sawyer at all, while they bussing her out, rightfully so, why didn't the media go back and why haven't they went back and talked about in 2017 when he was running for county commissioner that he lied on the police? He got pulled over for speeding. He says that the police intimidated him. This was during that period that black men were getting killed by the police. He was intimidated. He feared for his life, that the police officer had his hands on the gun, came to him in a threatening manner. Then he called a press conference to put this lie out on the media so that black folk in this community who get into this moving the stature and we shall overcome bullshit, you were gonna vote for him because the white man is mistreating him. Then the body cam was pulled and found out that he lied, that the white officer was very polite, very courteous, didn't even give him a ticket. No, JB, you didn't want to come and sit here because I don't interview like these other folk. They go give you all the niceties. I just wanted to know why you lied on the police. If you got a man that will lie on the police for no reason other than to get elected, you're talking about a man that has no scruples, no morals, and no integrity, and has no damn business in office whatsoever. Do not waste your vote on J.B. Smiley. Don't waste your vote on him. He ain't worth what the little bird left on the fence. All he had to do was come and say, yes, I made a mistake. I made a mistake in judgment. I was ambitious. I was thirsty. I just wanted to be in office that bad. But no, you's a lying motherfucker. Yes, he's a lying motherfucker. Yes, he is. We don't need no more lying motherfuckers in office. No more good for nothing motherfuckers. No more ignorant motherfuckers. No more motherfuckers that will lie just to serve their own motherfucking agenda. And I didn't mess up one motherfucking time. Damn it. You vote for Nicole Claiborne. I'm going to let Nicole come up in a little bit, help me do the show tonight. Y'all vote for this girl. It's a travesty what's going on with public housing. She's a Claiborne from the Claiborne family, Claiborne homes. When I look today, let me see, I saved it too. When I looked at, see, they told you under the Warden administration, they told you under the Strickland administration that those of you who live in Foots homes would be able to return to Foots home. That we just going to recondition, remodel them, and they're going to be low income housing. Then I look at in the heart of South Memphis, in Foots home, a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 688 square feet, $1,099. 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 911 square feet, $1,182. And this is supposed to be low income housing. A 2-bedroom, 1.5-bath townhouse, 961 square feet, $1,325. A 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,260 square feet, $1,450. A 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath townhouse, 1,274 square feet, $1,550. Then to live in low income housing, your income will be verified and the total household income must be 2.5 times the rent. Come on. You got to make $6,000 to live in low income housing, and the median income for people in that area is less than $12,000 a year. It's called gentrification. They moving black folk out so that white folk can move in. I keep telling y'all, damn it, y'all won't listen to me. The white man does not love you. The white power brokers give less than a damn. They give zero, yeah, you know what I want to say, about you. Jim Strickland and these handkerchief head, wallet carrying Negroes that we've got in power right now that's trying to put his funky ass back in office, they don't give a damn about you. How in the hell you gonna live in low income housing and you got to make $6,000 a month? Everybody over 18 in South Memphis to move into them got to have a criminal background check. Hell, that's going to eliminate all the folk anyway. It's not for low income. It's not for black folk. It's for white folk who are living downtown to be able, because downtown is overcrowded, they're moving black folk out. You better learn the game. You better listen to what I'm telling you. You better go and vote for Dr. Harrison. We got to get some folk back in. You better vote for Nicole Claiborne, somebody that knows and been fighting for the housing projects, been there battling for public housing. Let me tell you something. This is a game that white folk and white power brokers are playing on black folk who ignorant. I looked up Hear what Jim Strickland knew. He done got him a bunch of Negro women, and he trying to copy off of Willie Harrison and have him Saturday a Negro women's meeting. When the, ooh, I wish I was on social media by itself so I could just cuss like the cussing pastor need to. Because you some ignorant black wenches, some ignorant black heifers. Yvonne Asa, damn, you already look like a ghost with your ugly ass. Now your ghost looking ass done join in with Strickland. Cause you, with all that dead folk powder on your damn face, you think you white. You think that white man loves you more. You and look, y'all would not have had that worthless ass Africa in April downtown if it hadn't been for Willie Harrison. But you Negroes, you Judases, you too soon to forget. Damn. All you bourgeois black ass women gonna take your black asses to Jim Strickland. He got about 40 names on his flyer of black women. Damn. It's a shame. There is no togetherness. There is no unity in the black community. That's the reason everybody can come into our community and become millionaires and go back to the suburbs. The Indians, the Iranians, every damn body. The Chinese, the Vietnamese, any kind of niece, uncle, and nephew can come into our community, make money, and go. All right, I'm gonna take a damn commercial break. Because y'all done got on my motherfucking nerve. That's as close to it as I can say. Shucks. And y'all know what I wanted to say. It's a whole lot of bullshit going on. When I come back, I got a young man that says he wants to be the city council. Now, I'm gonna bring him up. We're gonna see why he wants to be the city council. He's a preacher too. Yeah, he's a preacher. He's the pastor of the Jesus People Church. Hallelujah, Jesus People. I'm so glad I'm one of his peoples. But we're going to see what this young man is made of. Why does he want to be on the city council? He's running for Super District 8, Position 3, now held by Martavius Jones. Woo! Pastor, you on a roll tonight. Then when I get through with him, I'm gonna bring up Nicole again. She been on my show. How many times you been on here now? 3?
4. This 4.
This the 4th one?
Yeah.
She doing a little finger. That's why. What you teach? What grade you teach?
4th grade.
That's where you talk to the 4th graders.
No, because some of them taller than me.
It don't take much to be tall. Okay, she's here, and we're going to talk about some other things that are happening at the poll, some other things that you all need to know that you are voting for more than one city councilman. Did I talk about David Clemens, who was trying to suck the man's thing and play with the man's thing behind the car wash? Did I mention him? You know, the one that the 2 young men, they was over there behind the car wash down there on Elvis Presley right across from McLean Motors, and the young man said that in his official capacity as a police officer, that ran his hands down in his pants, and he got mad cause the man's thing wouldn't get hard. Mm-hmm. Y'all remember. And I ain't got no problem with him being homosexual. Suck all of the wangma things that you want, okay? If you're a wangma thing sucker, as a man, you like a little wangma thing in your asshole, who am I to deny your asshole? My issue is that in his official capacity as a police officer, he got this first boy, had him in the car, and the boy said, y'all heard him, we talked to him on the air. His thing wouldn't get hard. I guess he didn't have no hard on for a hard leg. They said the man was all down in his pants and stuff, and feeling on it and playing with his nuts and stuff. Then the other boy came along, and that boy said, you know, he's got hards. So y'all know what happened. The police department fired him. I want you to understand, the police found merit in what was said. They fired him. Civil service gave him his job back. Not because the police department wanted him. I'm just saying, yeah, don't get mad cause I tell it. Okay. Police officer. He's there to protect and serve, not suck and fondle. Ain't that the job? Protect and serve. Come here, young man. Open up your pants. Pull that thing out. We'll be back after these commercial messages.
You gonna give Nicole a heart attack? She had jumped that 6 times.
I was not ready.
All right, bring with the
Here
chair.
I come. Let me make sure to put it in front of this stuff, so we don't want the same thing happen with Troy to happen again.
I bought a white one and a purple one, Mr. Matthews.
He got that thing in his ear, he can't.
Uh-huh.
Nicole talked to you.
I bought a white one and a purple one.
You bought what?
A white one and a purple one.
Which one you want, the white or the purple?
Purple, you know I want the purple one.
You gonna cook?
All right,
Yeah.
You in the hot
Brother
seat.
Cranham. Cranham.
Good luck.
Don't be doing him like
What is that?
Don't be doing him like that.
What's that?
She gonna tell him good luck. Then she said it all soft like he in trouble. Good luck.
That seat is hot.
Hey, this is my man.
Oh.
All right, who I need to take off of here?
Let me see. We can't.
Somebody call him Officer Nut Cruncher. I like that.
Oh Lord, I'm not able to get the both of you guys in the scene in either one of them. You hear me?
Huh?
I can't get y'all both in here.
That would be all right. What can you do with this?
Nothing.
Don't worry about this.
That's loud. slid over a little bit.
Okay, let's see. Gotta be cautious of this shit.
RICCV, oh, you gone. Y'all quit shaking the table. I got anything to drink.
I can put some water in that water bottle Nicole just brought you.
K. Michelle said hi. Well, I'm saying bye to you.
I don't know why they play with him. Social media may not get y'all. Oh. Pull it back a little bit. I don't want it to fall off. I might get too excited. Okay, that one got y'all. Where you?
That's good enough.
Okay. Let me see, keys. Go get you something to drink.
Anything to drink?
I'm finna go get you something.
Still, you gone. My cash app is $ Naked Truth Ministries. How many more? Can you hear me good? You want to find out, Kiki? I can show you real simply. And welcome back to the Thaddeus Matthews Show. You hear me all right? I moved the mic. Okay. My guest now is Pastor Gerald Kinda, running for Super District 8, Position 3. Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you for having me again, Thaddeus.
Okay. You hear him well? You want to talk up.
Okay.
Can't be talking all soft and stuff. Now, tell us about Gerald Kinda.
Well, I'm a lifelong Memphian, former school teacher, been a pastor for 17 years, served the city, created our own college, William and Johnson Career College, created a home healthcare company, so I employ people. I've advertised my home healthcare company on your show before.
But you ain't doing it right now.
We need to.
Yes, yes. Go ahead.
So, you know, I've just been a fighter for our community. I think that I'm the closest thing to the truth as Thaddeus Matthews that's running in these city council races. So when I've gone to the city council meetings and I've seen how they have distributed money unfairly and wastefully, then I know that you can't sit back and watch. It's like you can't sit back and watch.
So what made you decide that you were running for office?
Okay, again, when you look at the city council and you don't really see the leadership that's represented as you should see, and that's an example of, for example, when I saw at a council meeting and we made a presentation for the opioid epidemic, we wanted to fight the opioid epidemic. There are more people that have died in Memphis, over 170 people this year, than homicides, which is about over 100. So more people died from the opioid epidemic. And it's not just a white male problem. Prescription drugs issue is throughout all of our communities. And when I saw the city council give $0 to fight the opioid epidemic, and we've had more people in Memphis and Shelby County that has died than the entire state of Mississippi in 2018. More people died from prescription drugs abuse and the opioid epidemic than the entire state of Mississippi and Shelby County. And to see Memphis City Council give an organization like the University of Memphis Foundation, first team, $200,000, they said they're gonna feed football players. And football players automatically get free meals.
Now, you brought me this list. It seems that you have an issue with many of these groups receiving monies.
Well, you know what? It's not an issue with many of the groups receiving money. It's an issue with the disbursement of taxpayer dollars. You're dealing with taxpayer funds that are going to places to pay for football players to eat, and they already get three meals a day. So you're talking about people, MAGNW are being cut off. The utilities are being cut off. You're talking about we can have more sky cops.
Because people are receiving grants.
Well, let's say the disbursement of money could go to help people.
Okay.
So you got a prime example of that is where $200,000 could purchase 72 sky cops. Those are those lights that security cameras monitored by the Memphis Police Department. So you're talking about 72 sky cops could be used in our community to help make the public feel safer.
With $200,000.
$200,000.
Let me ask you something. What about the $200,000 that you requested?
Good question.
Yeah, I thought
And
so.
let me tell you about this. So again, when we're requesting money to help fight the opioid epidemic, we're the only organization that have a program that we deal with substance abuse. We train the people to have to overcome that.
What's the name of your organization?
William and Johnson Career College.
Who?
William and Johnson Career College.
What about Daughters of Zion?
Well, William and Johnson Career College is a DBA of Daughters of Zion.
So you've received money.
Not only have we received money, but it's called return on investment. We've trained CNA students. Let me share this.
No. Come on, follow me. See, you're making an issue of groups receiving grants, and we could do this and we could do that. But, Pastor, isn't it somewhat hypocritical when you have received monies for grants as well? You requested $200,000 for the last fiscal year, and you only received $150,000. Am I correct?
Incorrect.
Well, how much did you get?
0.
I'm talking about prior to this fiscal year. This year,
2018.
right. This year you requested, and the city council didn't see fit to give your organization any monies. Am I correct?
That's what we're dealing with, the lack of vision. When you're dealing with
Whoa,
people,
whoa, 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 whoa,
well,
whoa, whoa.
that is,
No,
let's
no,
be,
no, no,
let's
Pastor,
communicate
no,
as we always do.
Pastor, come on now. It's a lack of vision when they don't give your group no monies. I see on your list that you brought in a lot of organizations that are receiving monies, that are doing a lot of things in the community. But my question is, are you upset? And the reason that you're running for office is because, and especially when this becomes the first thing that you discuss. We ain't talking about no crime. We ain't talking about no blight in the district. You want to talk about initially all of this money. And I see a lot of groups on here. Some of these people, I didn't even know they was getting no money. But you made this the focal point of your discussion. So let's stay here for just a minute. Your group, Daughters of Zion, let's go over here. Monique Wade, who is that?
She's an official at Daughters of Zion.
She's a member of your church?
Correct.
Okay. Y'all requested how much money?
$200,000 to fight the opioid epidemic, which $0 is going. Now, if people dying is not important, then so be it. That's for the voters to decide. If people dying and on drugs should not be funded, then that's on the people to decide.
But what obligates the council to give your group money and not give? Because see, all these folk gonna say they got a great organization. Everybody gonna say they got a great organization. So why is it more important for the council to approve giving your group, who has, what's your organization's annual budget is what?
It should be documented on that paper.
Your annual budget is over $700,000. You get money from the city, you get money from the state. Am I correct?
Not via grants. We have organizations, we have businesses that hire people.
Okay.
We employ people.
Where is this $700,000 coming from?
It's coming from working in the community.
Well, hell, I work in the damn community. I can't get $100,000.
It comes from hiring people. It comes from our employees our voters in Memphis who we hire.
Where does the initial grant monies come from?
Which initial grant money?
Huh?
Which initial grant money are you referring to?
I mean, I'm looking at your annual budget is $706,000, and I'm just trying to figure out. You pastor a black church like I do.
Right.
Where is the $706,000 coming from?
That's an excellent question, Thaddeus.
Thank you.
It's
Please,
an excellent
so I can
question.
find out where I can get some of it myself.
It's an excellent question. It comes from us working in the community, hiring Memphians, putting them to work in the healthcare field. That's exactly where it comes from. We never applied for grant money until last year. So
Till
we're not a grant seeking organization.
Okay.
We run businesses to make our money.
Okay.
So we're not a professional organization. Matter of fact, that is, I'm gonna say this.
Okay.
That's my
Hey,
brother.
quit hitting my table, please,
bad,
don't
my
knock
bad.
my camera.
That, as my brother, I'm gonna say this. If I were on the city council, I would forget Daughters of Zion, forget my organization. That grant money, that $2.6 million that they give away every year, that money will go to help poor people, to help working people, the elderly and disabled, MHNW from stop being cut off. That's what I would do with the money. That money would go to Sky Cops. Every neighborhood up and down Park Avenue, there would be Sky Cops. Lamar Sky Cops, Winchester. That's what I would do.
Okay, there are
That's
more
what I would
things
do.
in our community that we got to deal with than Sky Cops. And let's go.
We're ranked the fourth worst city in crime in America. So Sky Cop is kind of important.
Well-
Fighting crime is kind of important. So again,
No,
if I want to see
educating your children to be good, wholesome children is the first thing. You got Sky Cops. There are grants that are out there for Sky Cops. There are communities that I know of that have received those grants. But let's talk about something else other than this. I noticed on your paperwork that you sent to me that you wanted to work on the increase in salaries for teachers.
Correct.
How you gonna do that?
Well, it's very, very simple.
Uh-huh.
And you're talking about money again that we're giving away to organizations that have duplicated services. I'm talking about duplication of services. That means there's a waste in there. So there's a lot of money that we can fund in education in the school system by this grant money that we're giving away that's already to organizations already been funded. So like, for example, when we got $150,000, there was no organization doing what we do. There's no other organization training people.
We back on the grants.
Okay.
As a city council person, how do you make sure that teachers get an increase?
I would submit an ordinance, I would submit legislation for us to fund the school system again. It's hypocritical, speaking of hypocritical,
I got to stop you.
Okay,
I got to
it's
stop
your
you.
show. It's your show.
It is.
And I respect it.
Let me stop you. First of all, as a city council person, you don't have that power. You don't have the power as a city council person to do anything about the salaries of employees of.
But we have the power to allocate funding to the school district. We have
but-
power to do that.
See, apparently you ain't read what the duties are of a city council person. Yes, the county and the city must fund the education of our children. You have no authority at all as a city council person to allocate and say where that money is going. All you can do is vote for the budget that the superintendent and the school board brings before the council. The only thing, I done lost sound in my ear again. My battery done went out. Okay, let's take a commercial break and we'll be right back.
You gotta sign one.
Huh?
Sign one.
Did I put me in? Oh. Con, bring me on back after this. Dale,
Yes.
come put this Instagram back on. I hit a button. Put Harrison's Express number up. All right, my batteries in my microphone went out. We back. We were on the point That's not the power of the city council. No city council person has the power to delegate to the school board or to the board or to the superintendent how the money is going to be allocated. You fund the budget that they bring, and that's it. You didn't know that?
I understand what you're saying, Dennis. Well, my approach is this. There is currently no one that has any act or even stated that we want to send money to the school district. How are we going to recruit major corporations as a city of Memphis?
But
and we're
you
not
can't-
even
you
trying to
can't-
allocate a dollar
you
to the school
can't-
system.
You can't do that. That's not within your authority. That goes all the way to the state constitution. You have no power to do anything but approve the budget.
Okay.
Nothing else can you do.
That is, okay. Prime example. The Bill Gates Foundation, they don't have authority to increase teacher salary, but they can submit grants that go to the school system for teacher salaries, for teacher services.
Have you read the charter? Have you read the charter of the city of Memphis? Have you read the charter?
I'm quite familiar with it. I was a government teacher. That is for 18
I
years.
didn't ask you about you being no damn government teacher. I'm asking you, have you read the charter of the city of Memphis? Because every government entity all across this country has various different rules. You can't do what is not a part of the law. The school system is regulated by their rules by the state of Tennessee. There is nothing, absolutely, positively nothing that you can do as a city council person to change that.
So I suggest stay quiet as a city council member and not advocate. So I don't have the right to advocate for funding for the school system. I should stay quiet and not lobby the
Lobby
state
who?
government, the state, to pass,
You can't lobby on your own. You can't.
advertise, promote, communicate.
You have 13 members on that particular council. You're lobbying, you cannot lobby as an individual. You have to have a resolution that is passed by the council to be able to go to Nashville and lobby.
So we can't pass a resolution. We can't. Why isn't that happening now? Why isn't
I don't know.
Why isn't no
I don't
city
know.
council
I don't
person
know. I don't
fighting
know.
to pass
There-
a resolution
there's
to do
a
what
lot,
you just said?
there's a lot of waste, I would agree, in the budget of the school system. But you running for city council. Now, if you're that concerned about that, you need to be running for the school board that has some authority. And even the school board cannot mandate to the superintendent how and when and where the monies are going to be funded. Now, let's move on. Let's move on. As a city councilman, other than this, what is one of the biggest problems is crime and economic empowerment in the city of Memphis. What do you see that can be done to economically empower, especially the inner city?
I'm gonna tell you, that's an awesome question, Thaddeus. Very, very awesome question. Number one, Memphis is sitting on a gold mine. The TVA, the Tennessee Valley Authority, is pimping MLGNW. Research has shown that if we break away from the TVA, that will bring $1.2 billion into the city of Memphis every 4 years. That would be the equivalent, that is, of having the Super Bowl, the World Series, the Grammys, the NHL, the NBA finals in Memphis every 4 years. $1.2 billion can be invested in jobs, in education, in training, in pushing for the $15 an hour livable wage in our city. Now, this is awesome because we would be one of the first cities, major cities in the South, mostly cities out in the West that's pushing for the $15 an hour
Let's go
livable
back to the
wage.
utility issue. If you break away from TVA, who you going to?
There are dozens, that is, of independent utility suppliers who we could outsource our utilities to. Consequently, we're saving $1.2 billion. In Texas, they have deregulated their utility services. So there are dozens of companies who can come in. They've already done the research in it. The TVA, they've already, Memphis Light, Gas, and Water, we've already done the research on. There are companies waiting to help us lower the rates that we're being charged by TVA. So again, where's the leadership that's pushing that? That is, we're sitting on $1.2 billion. Free money every 4 years that can go into our communities, that could help fund everything that you're talking about. That is, every vision that you're talking about, we can pump in $300 million every year into our community.
Well,
that's crime, that's education, that's police officers, the sky cops, it's job training, it's education. Nobody is pushing that. That's leadership, that is.
You do understand that you cannot take the money from Memphis Light, Gas, and Water and do what you want to do with it. Did you not know?
Well, remember, who runs MAGNW? The city runs that. So the city can pass legislation to do what we please with the money.
Do you understand that there is a board of Memphis Light, Gas, and Water? There's a board that would make those decisions. The board.
Don't you know what that is?
The board of Memphis Light, Gas, and Water would make those decisions. Okay, let's move on to another area. Other than sky cameras, sky cops, when we deal with crime in the community, what other ideas or concepts do you have as a city council person that you would bring to the table as far as the reduction of crime?
Well, I'm gonna tell you that is excellent question. I'm gonna tell you things that I've done as a leader in the city of Memphis, as a school teacher in the inner city at Melrose High School, to be a role model for these kids. I've created an organization, a mentor program called It Takes a Village to Raise a Child. We have mentored people in our community from elementary through middle school, through high school, through college graduation. So we know how to break free from the cycle of poverty. I'm a resident, I grew up in Orange Mound, so I understand how to break the cycle of poverty. I understand how to use education as a roadmap.
How do we break the cycle of poverty?
Well, we need, number one, leaders, not followers, but that is, as you always talk about every day on the show, we need a renaissance. Good job. We need a renaissance. We need a renaissance of the talented 10th, what W.E.B. Du Bois described in The Soul of Black Folks, of the talented 10th, who will come in and uplift the 90% of the masses. So how do you do that? You have to have leaders who are representing in the community, who are not afraid to mentor young black boys, who are not afraid to take them on trips and outings.
So the city already has a mentoring program.
It's not enough, that is.
Okay.
Whatever we're doing,
So
it's not enough.
are you saying that the only concept and idea that you have for the reduction of crime is a mentoring program?
No, that's one of the methods.
Okay, what's another
Yeah.
method?
And another method is most definitely the economic development, that is. We have to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. When
And
you
where?
have people
At where? At Burger King?
everywhere, Most cities, they pass an ordinance that
Burger-
within 4 or 5 years, every organization within that city boundary has to be paying $15 an hour.
So-
Burger King is a $1 billion organization, that is. So you talk about the people like Jeff Bezos, Amazon, who's making he's worth $150 billion. You're telling me he's gonna go broke by paying somebody $15 an hour? These big money is in America, but the way we look at money is we are afraid to pay people. These people are billionaires. If we travel outside of Memphis, people are living.
So
when I go to Miami,
when you tell me you want somebody at Burger King that's working on the strawberry shake machine that never damn it worked. We want them to make $15
an hour. Yes, we want everybody at Burger King, at
So that's
McDonald's, at Walmart.
That's
everybody.
That's gonna drive my Big Mac up.
But you know what? It's also gonna drive your advertising rates up as well, because now we can afford more advertising. Everybody's gonna get
They
richer.
ain't advertising. Hell, you ain't advertising
Everybody.
with me. You got a black business. And you ain't advertising. So don't give me that bullshit about advertising.
I shall. If we increase the money, that is, everybody's gonna get richer. Everybody's gonna make more money. If they're making more money right now, that is, there's no county in the United States of America where someone on minimum wage can afford a 1-bedroom apartment. There's no county. You just got through talking, that is, about the Claiborne homes, the Foot Homes, the development where they're paying $1,000 for rent. You just talked about that is. So if we don't raise the people minimum wage, how are we gonna help them? They're gonna go wrong.
Hell, I ain't for raising no damn minimum.
But you have that right, that is.
See, Burger King should not be your damn ambition in life.
No, but that's a job. That may be an avenue.
Damn it, have the meat be cold, the milkshake machine don't work. Damn, $15, okay, all right. I mean, hell, if you could get a majority of the council to go with that, then fine. Then the guy that's shoveling doo-doo, he gonna want increase. But
Everybody deserves an increase.
everybody deserves $15 an hour.
That's how progressive cities are doing it now. It's called the livable wage. This is happening across America. The only way Fortune 500 companies are going to come to Memphis is we have to break the stigma of being a poor city. We have to break the stigma of being a city that's robbing and
What
killing.
you gonna do about potholes?
That's awesome, Thaddeus. I thought about that today when I ran over
Well,
one.
tell me how awesome it is, because I got to get you off so I can get the clothes on.
That is, again, one of those organizations, I would submit a grant to an organization who's going around to help fix potholes. Again, that's not being service.
No,
That's
no.
not being service.
You got Memphis Public Works that is already being funded to do that. What legislation has to happen from the council, there must be a mandate that the director of public services makes sure that the work that we're already paying for is
And
done.
now watch this, Thaddeus. Excellent point. That's an excellent point. As usual.
I got-
Let me
wait a
say
minute.
this. Thaddeus. That's an excellent point. That means what most cities are doing when government is failing, and we're having government that's not doing their job, they outsource it. They send that to the private industry and allow them to do the job at a lower price. Then any entity that's not doing their job, then we can outsource that to make sure that their job is done.
Which entities do you think not doing their job when we look at city government?
Well, let me tell you this, Thaddeus. Our leaders is the #1 entity that's not doing their job, because a lot of this could be fixed, and that's what the election does. The election gives people a chance to fix their leaders, to replace their leadership. And that's what we're expecting the Memphis community to do, is to be the entity to fix Memphis, because we can fix Memphis in 365 days, within a year, when we have the right leaders in position. There's no doubt about that. At least address these things. Nobody is saying, hey, let's send money to the school system. That's leadership, that is. No one is saying, hey, let's raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. That's leadership, that is.
Now, let's go back to these grants. You have a care home, all about your home health care,
Correct.
okay? You receive grants for that?
Of course not, that is.
You don't get no
We
grants?
get
for it?
no grant for running a healthcare business. We make money by building insurance companies. That's how business works. That's why it's always been separated. So the entity that applied for the grant was William and Johnson Career College. The entity that runs our healthcare company is Alabama Home Healthcare, and that's totally different. So sometimes people, they think they know, but they don't
somebody
know.
said this, and I'm gonna read it. I don't know. This is from a viewer. He gets grants for his because I applied for the CNA classes, and they are funded by grants. At least that's what we were told. So Pastor Kinda just lied. The CNA classes was given inside the church building. Now they move to a room in the mall. Then they hire you to work as a caregiver. The classes was given for free because of the grants given. Please ask him, this is his business.
I should have had that person in English class as well, so we might need to add English to the CNA program. They're not correct, that is. They're not correct. They're not correct.
So
They're not correct.
are you getting grants? You are training people to work at CNAs, then you hire them out.
We send them to employers across the city, to St. Francis, to Baptist. So the CNA program is totally different from our other program. The CNA program is under what I told you originally, William and Johnson Career College is what we run the CNA program. To apply for a CNA program, this is how we had over 25 students, and we've employed and brought back $500,000 in the city of Memphis, because we have programs. When we get a grant for $150,000, we're putting $500,000 back in it. So we're putting millions of dollars back into the community.
$500,000
back into the community by those students are being hired. We get them employed.
Is this an
So you're talking about Judas's grant status. You just talked about Judas's who turned their back on the mayor. You talking about Judas who turned their back on Willie Harrington. Judas's who don't support. Then those are type of Judas's when they can admit, we train you, we feed you, we watch your child, and then you want to come on the air and text Status Matthews like I'm selling dope, and we help get you a job. Now that's a Judas. That's what you just got to talk about, Status. And that's why I see this so down, because we're full of Judases like this, Status.
Is this daycare or home health care, is it an entity of the church?
No, it's not an entity of the church.
Okay.
It's a separate entity altogether. It's a separate entity altogether. It's not again, that is, I said originally, and that is like you do not like liars. You do not like liars, and I do not like liars. And I told you I'm the closest thing that is Matthews out running this election.
I ain't gonna put you. Don't even try to put yourself close
Well,
to
I'm
me.
talking about in terms of speaking the truth. That is, in terms of speaking the truth. In terms of speaking the truth.
Here's what I say to you. My over concern is not for these grants, because when I look at these grants, there's a lot of organizations on here that deserve grant money.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree
So I'm not
totally.
going to say that there's a misgiving, but here's what I am concerned about. I want you to go and read the city charter. I want you to know what it is under the current law that you as a council person can do. That's what you have to do. See, I see too many people running for the office and they don't know what the job entails, the limits to it. See, the moment I read your paperwork and I saw where you said that you was going to work for the increase in salaries, I knew that you were not familiar with the charter and what the charter says concerning your job, education.
That's probably a miscommunication in that, because mainly it's dealing with funding education. Right now, the city of Memphis, we have all of these schools within our boundaries, and we don't give them $1. That is, that's wrong. You know that's wrong.
You are
Dad.
giving them $1 because you approve the budget. You approve the budget.
The city council, you're saying the city
The
council,
city council approves.
we're giving the school system money.
Yes. Yes. You didn't know that?
I'm asking you that question because
Yes.
that's both of us have to do some more research on that one.
No, I ain't got to do no damn research. Shit. I mean, Chuck, I ain't got to do no damn. I'm telling you. I ain't telling you what I think.
But that's a different viewpoint out there going on then.
No,
Somebody has to be right. Somebody
no, brother.
And I'm not going to say you're
Well,
wrong
hell,
on your
no,
show.
I'm telling you your ass wrong, okay? Because the city every year approves the budget of the Memphis City Council. The city and the county approves the budget of the education. Where do you think the money comes from?
Shelby County is
Sir,
funding the
sir,
school system.
Sir, no, sir. The city of Memphis, under the charter, you pull whatever you want to pull. Tell them no call while you're on there with me. The city, every year, Mr. Councilman, wannabe,
I like that best.
yeah, wannabe, the law says you've got city, because the city of Memphis is in Shelby County. The city and the county, from the city budget and the county budget, X number of dollars come. The law says that the city must maintain the level of funding as last year. You cannot go lower than the last budget. Mr. Councilman wannabe, you need to go and read the charter. The school system is funded by the city and the county governments.
The city hasn't funded it. It's not doing its job.
The city is funding. The school board takes their budget before the council and the county.
It's the Shelby County government the Shelby County commissioners. have
The
funded
city
it.
of Memphis is in Shelby County. Understand that even when the charter of the school system was given up, the law still maintained that the citizens of the city of Memphis had to still fund education. All right, look at that camera. I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. Tell folk why they should vote for you.
Let me tell you, I love Thaddeus, and he knows that, and he's a man of his word.
Don't get off wrong now. Don't get off wrong now.
I'm gonna tell you
Don't
this.
talk about Thaddeus.
No,
talk about why your ass wants to be the damn council.
I'm
You ain't
telling
gotta
you
call
this.
my name.
I'm telling you this. I will push forward the $15 an hour livable wage, which will help everyone. It will help people not want to commit crime because they will get a nice paycheck finally. I will try to do everything in my power to let everyone know that Memphis Light, Gas, and Water should not turn off the electricity of the working poor, of the elderly, of the disabled. There is too much money floating around that we cannot help to subsidize people. One of the reasons why crime is so high is because when you have people have in the inner city, their light bills are more than their house notes. Their light bill is more than car notes. That does not happen in any other area other than in the inner city area of Memphis. So that is killing, crippling. It's keeping people in the cycle of poverty. Help me to fight for the livable wage. Help me fight for MAGNW becoming independent of the TVA so we can bring $1.2 billion into Memphis and help fund education.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
He's given you his views on that. I could not agree with everything you just said, but that's your position. As a government teacher, you say you taught government. I think you need to go and read and research how the government of the city of Memphis is ran. All right, you've heard from Gerald Kinda. He's asking for your vote for Super District 8, Position 3. We're gonna take a quick commercial break, then we'll be back with Nicole Claiborne. Thank you, my friend. Come on, Nicole. You ready?
You said you gonna take the purple.
I don't know if I wanna get in that hot seat after that, shoot.
Hey, it's hot.
I see.
I think it did pretty good though. I think it did pretty good, Dennis.
Oh,
You know, I just say you know the way out.
pretty neat, whatever. You gone.
Thank you, Dennis.
All right, sir.
Try to position her a little bit differently. You don't mind her being beside you.
That mother, is he gone? I don't give a fuck. That motherfucker ain't ready. Well, hell, he paid me $1,000 to come and go through that burning.
This seat's still radiating heat.
It's steaming.
Steaming, man. Whew.
They told him
Huh?
if he could have read Facebook, he would have understood. They done told him 10 times, bro, just get up. Y'all in commercial, fucking walk out. We trying to tell like we told the girl. I was like, damn. I was like, okay.
You know, if I wanna come behind that. But I'm so
Huh?
in my feelings about this gentrification.
Do what?
The gentrification. I've been talking about gentrification and been against gentrification this whole campaign. And that is it at its.
How many more?
Slide to your left for me, Dad.
Huh?
Slide to your left. You is what it's like.
See, this is what I'm talking about. They waited till you go off and start sending all this shit.
He ain't ready.
That's the thing.
Huh? He ain't ready. Councilman, have you read the charter?
I know that I'm only allowed to voice by vote my thoughts on funding for different things.
And that's,
Presented to the council.
and that's your total, authority. Y'all keep sending me all this stuff. Hey man, I don't care about the man being divorced now. Hell, I'm divorced myself. Thank you, Jesus. Won't he do it? But what did you want to come back and talk about?
I wanted to come by because there's a lot of confusion with the voting in super districts in city council. When people complete voting, they should have voted for 4 city council people. There are super district positions, like for me, it's position 8-1, 8-2, and 8-3. Then they have to vote for their individual district, if they're like District 6 or District 4. So when they finish voting, they should have voted for 4 city council positions.
So are you running into people out on the polls that are not aware that you have to vote for more than one person?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
So I just wanted to clear that up. And let
In your particular area, Super District 8-1, what other areas is 8-2 and 8-3 also?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So how's the campaign going?
I'm ready, and I'm so glad people are showing up to the polls to let other people know that they are not as slow as perceived, and they are seeing through a lot of the lies.
Mm-hmm. What lies?
The deceit and lies. And prime example, I've been talking about gentrification and have been against gentrification since the beginning of the campaign, well, for longer than that. But today there's been a discussion about the foot homes and how it's been revealed. You were talking about that earlier, about how people will not be able to afford to come back because of developers. And that's my whole issue. We have people in place who look like us who are not doing the billing for us, because there's no way that should have happened. You have that much rent. Those are mortgages.
Yes.
Those are nice mortgages.
Mm-hmm.
On 1 and 2 bedrooms, the people who moved out in the area on average make $11,000, but you have to make $6,000
Yeah.
to live there,
Yes.
and they were displaced. That is gentrification at its finest. And if you guys don't get out and vote, it's not just South Memphis. It's happening in Whitehaven. It's happening all over, wherever you see this building. My problem with that is we're talking about poverty. These developers should have been made to bring something to the table for the community that they're coming into. Everybody wants growth and development. That's not the issue. The issue is it should not be at the cost of the people who live there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a problem for me.
As a council person, what do you perceive that you could do to change some of this?
We have pilot programs. We have a lot of programs that give tax breaks and incentives to companies to get them to come in to Memphis. I get that. But at the same time, they should have to disclose and prove that they bring something to the table for those communities. I would only vote for, as I've said before, those developers, those entities who present something to the community, to the people, where they get something out the deal. We should not have this much poverty. Memphis is the distribution mecca. That in itself speaks volumes. There's no way we should have the poverty levels that we have, but it's by design. That we have to cut the bleeding. We have to stop it and cut the fat and go to what helps the communities. And economic development is key, but it's not just for a select few.
So, what do you realistically, because I listened to Pastor Kinda, and there were some things that he was saying was not realistic as the charter is presently written. What is some of the things that need to be done as far as economic empowerment is concerned, and especially in the inner city?
Prime example, like Foot, they were able to come in, and I'm sure it's beautiful. I'm sure it looks really good, but you have so many families that were displaced and who cannot afford to come back to that area.
Okay.
If those developers had been made to earmark 30% or earmark a percentage and give that to the community that they're coming into, that in itself helps that area.
Okay.
Before they've even completed building. And then they should be made to sit and talk, not just for show. I don't want to see another meeting, to meet about another meeting, to meet, and nothing get done. Meet with the communities, actually take in what they're talking about. It's like somebody coming in your house and rearranging your furniture and telling you how you're gonna live. Would that be well received? You would receive that well?
No, I wouldn't. I would do accept it.
So you come into these neighborhoods and they're just taken over with no regard for the people who've been there.
Your campaign has been one that has been looked at by some as you just in the race. You have, because you didn't have the funds of a Jerry Curry or even perhaps a J.B. Smiley, that people in certain political circles have counted you out. What do you say to that?
Well, that is also because the fight I had going back to Claiborne Homes, I upset a lot of developers and private shareholders at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So they are fully aware of who I am.
Mm-hmm.
That has come into this race.
Okay.
I was told a long time ago that they are still mad at the fact that I was very vocal then. And even when I was with Vance Avenue Collaborative and we initially talked about foot homes before they decided to demolish it,
Okay.
they were not happy that I was vocal. These are the same people that are backing others now. So that's to be expected. But I'm unbought and I'm unbossed. And a lot of people can't deal with that.
Well, I'm urging you, those of you who live in Super District 8, Position 1, vote for Nicole Claiborne. Give her your vote. She's worthy of your vote. She's been out here fighting and she's knowledgeable about what the struggle is about. She's knowledgeable about what the charter says. And here's what I see. I see a lot of people running that many times have not done their homework as to what they can and cannot do. No city council person has the power to say that I'm going to give teachers an increase. But then when I sit here and I listen, and he's a nice fellow, that he didn't know that the city of Memphis funds education. It makes me wonder about some things. Then when I see his main focus was who was getting X number of dollars, and then when I find out he's getting X number of dollars for 1 year and he did not get the funding this year, I wonder about some things. Nice guy, but I have to wonder if he's ready for the job. The Heritage Express, those of you in this community, you need to go and vote for Dr. Harrington. There's the number. Don't call in just to pick up one somebody. Get 5 or 6 people on your street. Yeah, I need a ride to the poll. How many of you? It's just me. It's poor little me. No, get some more poor little me's and y'all get together. Get your 5 or 6 people and say, look, we want to go and vote for Dr. Harrington. We need to go in mass numbers. Again, when I look at the numbers from Friday, Saturday, and today, I'm looking at 715 people voted at Abundant Grace. At the Agri Center, 440. At ATOP, out on Riverdale, which is surprising, only 311. Bellevue Fraser, 309. Berkeley, which is a little, well, that's 478. Okay, no, Bellevue Fraser was 154. I look at Glenview. Well, let's look at Dave Wells. Dave Wells. Follow the yellow brick road. Only 301. Glenview, 388. You all need to get out and vote. When I look at Mount Zion in South Memphis, 198 persons have voted. Need to go and vote. Just today, numbers. Bellevue Fraser, I don't know where that one is. Only 62 people voted there. Solomon Temple, up on Winchester, only 72 people voted today. Y'all need to get up and go and vote. early voting, this election will be won in early voting. Forget about October 3rd. That's gravy. The race is won right now. Go and vote. There are 18 locations. You can vote at any location around the city. Look at that camera and tell these people why they should vote for little old you.
I'm Nicole Claiborne. I'm running for City Council, Super District 8, Position 1. You should vote for me because it is time for there to be a paradigm shift, for there to be a shift in Memphis, period. The money grubbers and everybody, they are coming in. If you guys don't get out and vote, it'll be your community next. We don't want any more displaced people, and you need someone who will stand, someone who's been standing, somebody who has principles and integrity and is not already bought and sold. That's me. Vote Nicole Claiborne, 8-1 in this election. And get out and vote, please, because that's the problem. These areas that he just named that have low turnout rates, these are the areas that are omitted in plans, and nobody's speaking up for these places. You need to speak up for yourself with your vote. Thank you.
Someone put on Facebook that they went into a polling site and Dr. Harrington's name was not on there. If you walk into any polling place and you do not see Dr. Harrington's name, do not vote right then. Get on the phone. Call the election commission. Call the Harrington office right there on the screen, or call me on the 231-9239. 231-9239. If you're running into issues, please give me a call, give the Harrington office a call. Calling the election commission, yeah, it may work, but give us a call. We're trying to make sure that this election is not stolen. Nicole Claiborne is a
40-ish. 40-ish.
46-year-old school teacher and educator who has been fighting. Show the power brokers, show J.B. Smiler, show Miss Curry, show anybody else in that race that she is the one. She has the articulation, she has the power, she has the concern of the people, she has the history of fighting in public housing. It is totally unfair for what we knew as low income housing now to be priced out of range. When I say the median income for people that live in that area is less than $12,000 a year. There was no intent for poor people, moderate income people, to be able to come back to that particular area. Vote Nicole Claiborne. District 7, I want y'all to vote for Tony Green Cole. Tony Green Cole. I've known her for years. She can sing a blues song, but she can also talk. And look, you folk that still, you candidates, y'all, you ain't got no money candidates. Y'all need a push during the early voting. Do like Tanya Cooper did.
Hi, I'm Tanya Cooper. Early voting starts September the 13th. Election day is October the 3rd. And I'm running for City Council in District 3. I will be your voice and get the job done by eliminating blight, maintain infrastructure, and create innovative ideas so you can pay your Whitehaven, Hickory Hill, and Oak Haven. I also promoted the Sky Cop cameras to help prevent crime. Vote Tanya Cooper for City Council. Give the people what they want. Paid for by friends to elect Tanya Cooper Treasurer.
Now I got these for you. Tanya is also running on the radio show. Okay? Y'all need an extra push, $750. That's gonna get you one of these little ads like like I just did. Y'all wanna hear it again?
Hi, I'm Tanya Cooper. Early voting starts September the 13th. Election day is October the 3rd. And I'm running for City Council in District 3. I will be your voice and get the job done by eliminating blight, maintain infrastructure, and create innovative ideas so you can pay your mortgages, taxes, and utility bills. In Whitehaven, Hickory Hill, and Oak Haven. I also promoted the Sky Cop cameras to help prevent crime. Vote Tanya Cooper for City Council. Give the people what they want. Paid for by friends to elect Tanya Cooper Treasurer.
Some of y'all running people don't even know y'all in the damn race. Get $750. Call me tomorrow. 231-9239. 231-9239. Let me get you on the air. I'll get you one of these voice commercials, which I will also put on the blues. You been listening to me play the blues?
Yes, I have. I'm still learning. But some of that stuff really is like makes rap
Like
look
what?
PG-13.
Huh?
Some of those blues songs, I'm like,
Like-
she can't say that on the radio.
Like Candy Liquor?
Oh my God! You know what? I had it on my phone, and
Candy Liquor?
I walked into my classroom. No, I just had the blues, your radio station,
Okay.
and my phone sat down. My students walked in. They got up. It started playing that. They got up and started dancing. I was like, you guys cannot listen to this. They're in 4th grade.
Let me lick you up.
No.
Let me lick you
no.
down.
They don't need
Turn
to hear
around,
none of that.
baby.
They probably already know.
Huh?
They were dancing and everything.
You want to come back tomorrow night and help me do the show?
Sure. Yes. Don't forget early voting, September 13th through the 28th, and look at City Council. You
This-
should have voted for
this-
4 people.
This girl can win if you help her. I'm gonna let her help me co-host. You want to help me co-host tomorrow night?
Sure. Who we having? Me?
Well, I'm gonna be talking. You don't talk bad about people, do you?
Yeah.
You do?
Mhm.
Do you cuss at all?
I got a PhD.
In cussing? Girl, you come on here tomorrow night. It's gonna be the cussing pastor and the cussing wannabe councilman because she's running. I want to see her win. Yes, I'm pushing her. I'm pushing her over everybody in that race. I want to see somebody with some, well, I was finna say with some balls.
I'm a pit that looks like a poodle.
You're who?
A pit that looks like a poodle.
You're what?
A pit that looks like a poodle.
Oh,
Don't.
I thought you was,
Don't.
I thought we were gonna say something about the
No.
balls.
No, I don't have those. I have a lot of nerve.
You ain't got a lot of balls, but you got a lot of nerve.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here with me tomorrow night. I'm gonna have her back as a co-host. My good friend Ed Ford was to be here. He got to do some undertaking and politicking things tomorrow. He'll be here on next week. Now, I'm gonna talk about some folks tomorrow night. You gonna be able to hang?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes.
I might even
Have
talk
my
about.
face on.
I might even talk about JB.
I'll be here for that.
Okay. I might talk about David and him sucking the Wangama thing
Oh, jeez.
out behind the car wash.
I'm gonna need some water.
All right. Hey, thank each and every one of you. Join me tomorrow night. Hey, join me at 6 a.m. on AM 1600 WMQM for them blues. She said sound
It's
worse
wicked.
than rap. Until then, top of the evening to you.